Before the football, doo 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 doo. I got a Hallie story, Hallie story, Hallie story.
Okay.
So this morning we went to my friend Blaine, his place. He
The
has a
farm and
farm.
fleet.
Yeah, he's old Blaine's and ooh, we should get them to sponsor.
That'd be so funny and random.
But so we went over there. I had to get some stuff for the farm, not for the fleet this time, but as we're walking up, old Miss Hallie is just like, you know what? I know I pooped in your yard, but this fucking driveway or whatever seems like a nice place to take a poop. So she just shits there. I'm like, okay, but let's get inside and I'll clean. I'll go get the stuff, the wipes and go come back. And I went and did that, and like the whole time she's looking so guilty, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm like, whatever, but it's cool. I don't care. So I'm looking for the stuff I need to get and we're walking. Hallie is just dragging her ass. Like she's not normally like she's sick right now and everything, but like when we're walking normally, she's like, "Yeah, you're not walking fast. I can keep up with you, no problem." This time she's just like, "I'm gonna trail back and see what deals they got going on." Like she's just like so slow today. And so I get so far and then she just stops. She's like, "Guess what? I got a shit again." She just poops on the floor. And like, it's not the first time she's done that. It's probably the third. So
Yeah.
I know that they have on their end caps dog cleaning stations. So I was like, and one of the workers was like, "Hey, there's a dog." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry. I'm not new here, sir."
He
So I
he
went,
wanted to be sure that he was not cleaning up
yeah,
dog
right.
shit.
I should have been like, "What dog shit? She didn't do anything."
You call him a dog a liar?
Yeah, my dog, that was here when we got here.
I've watched you do it.
Yeah. It's like, stop gaslighting me, sir. And I leave a
That's
review.
funny.
I'm like Blaine's Farm and Fleet. It's great, but there's dog shit everywhere.
All right. Football?
Yeah, football, man. So if you were keeping score at home last week, old Casey got up to 49 and Jake was at 74. If I stay at 49 the rest of this time, I'd be pretty happy because as we know, my favorite team is the 49ers.
Yep, absolutely.
But we didn't get to do Cowboys versus the Raiders, and as we both know, old Dak MVP Prescott fucking had to have won this one because we both chose the Cowboys.
They did 33 to 16.
Okay, I had them by 8 and you had them by 3, so
You win.
that's a point for old Casey.
Not staying at
Uh-oh.
49.
Damn it. Dak, why are you so good? Okay. Oh no, my pin's dying.
Oh, oh, geez. Here we
Oh,
go.
oh Jesus.
Here we go again.
Here we go, pen. Here we go. I think I got another. Ooh, this one's cap wasn't on, so that's not a good sign. Ooh, it doesn't work either.
All right.
Okay.
I can do a spreadsheet.
All right. I'll keep dicking around with this though. We have the Bills and Texans. I had Bills by 6 and you said Bills by 12.
We are fools. The
Ooh.
Texans won by 5.
Ooh, fucking JJ killed it. I knew
Yes.
it. He came back like Gandalf the Grey when he became Gandalf the White. Jake's like, I get that reference. Ha! The pen's
I
working again.
okay. I'll still do it just in case.
Colts Chiefs. I had the Colts. You had the Chiefs. You said 7. I said 8.
Unfortunately, the Chiefs won in
Fuck.
overtime.
You know why they won, dude? Because you didn't believe.
No, I did believe. I just said to be different.
Yeah, yeah. You're just like, fuck Indiana Jones. Seahawk Titans. We both said Seahawks because we didn't remember the Titans. I had them by 6 and you had them by 10.
It was by 6.
Old Casey's a winning. The Vic Kings versus the Packers. You had the Packers by 7. and I had the Vikings by 1765.
Packers won 23 to 6.
Damn, I was close. The Jets versus the Ravens.
Ravens won 23 to 10.
Damn it. Fucking Edgar Allan Poe, bitch ass. Giants versus Lions. We both said Lions. You said 12, I said 8.
They won by 7. Casey point.
7.
7.
Okay, Steelers Bears, and we both said Bears.
What was the points?
You said 3, and I don't think I put anything down for the Bears points.
Well, they
Because
won
I
by 3, so.
Okay, so we'll just give it to you.
Hmm. Which,
Because
by the way, puts the Chicago Bears at 8-3.
yeah, top of the conference, right?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Uh,
division. I don't know
Sorry.
about conference,
Yeah.
but division for sure.
Pats and Bengals. We both said Patriots. I said 6. You said 10.
Fuck, it was by 6.
KC strikes again. Okay, Browns Raiders. I said Raiders. You said Browns. We both said by 3. Let me guess. It was a tie.
Oh, dude, the Browns won by 14.
Oh, dude, I love this joke. I just love the imagery. He just comes home, just looks in the mirror, starts taking his paint off. Like some
The
of it's
wife
already
comes
running.
in.
Yeah, some of it's already running because of the tears, and his wife's like, "Ah, did you just have the best time with your friends?" He's like, "Nope, I did not have a good time, honey.
Surely they beat the Browns, right?
There's no way they could have lost to the Browns." And he's like, "Ah, you'd be surprised." Okay, the Jays versus the Cards. We both, or the Jags, not the Jays. I don't have good
That's a baseball
handwriting.
team.
Both of them are, so it makes sense. We've had the Jaguars. I had them by 6, and you had them by 7.
Fuck, it was by 3.
Eagles versus Cowboys. I said Cowboys by 3, and you're like, oh, well, I think the Eagles are really going to take it because Dak Prescott's not very cool.
Hey, Cowboys won. Oh,
You know what happened though? Because I saw that they were down, and I sent Dak a text at halftime. And it was just a picture of a cat hanging on a rope, and it says, "Hang in there." And he's like, after the game, he texted me. He was like, "Dude, that really helped."
fantastic.
Falcons Saints. I was like, Saints got it because Drew's gonna play, and he's gonna fucking just get so many first downs.
Falcons by 14.
Darn it! That's another Jake point. Bucks Rams. I was like, SHS by 1, and you're like Bucks by 3.
Well, like I said, I fucked up, didn't realize that Mayfield was out. The Rams won.
And then
But if this comes down to 1 point, we're calling it a tie, damn it.
then we had the 49ers. Uh, I don't know who they play because I have Dan's. I don't think that's a team.
It's the Panthers.
Oh, the Pans. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, they start in 4 minutes, so.
Okay. And I think my score is 7 that I have there, and yours is 10. So I think it's 7. Could
Seven.
that could just be an S. I don't have a score on it, but I'm gonna say 7.
Okay. All right, week 13, Packers and Lions.
Ooh, division rivals. I'm gonna go with the Lions because I'd be lying if I believed in the Packers. Got him.
By how much?
I'll say
Hmm.
6.
I'll say 7.
Ah, you fucking rascal.
Chiefs at the Cowboys.
Boy, if only there was a generational quarterback that could go against the Chiefs and just fucking wreck them. Let's go, Cowboys!
I'm
Sorry,
saying
no.
there's no way that the referees are going to let the Chiefs lose on Thanksgiving Day, so I'm going Chiefs.
Okay, so then for that, I'm gonna say Cowboys by you and me are 34, so 68.
Look, man, I hope the Cowboys win. That'd be so dope.
It would be. Stephen A. Smith would be there, fucking slurping down some fucking stuffing and being like, "Oh my God."
I know.
I
I
still hate
know.
Dak Prescott though for some unknown reason. That's how much you
All
got
right.
Chiefs by.
Um, 10, I think.
10. All right.
The Bengals at the Ravens.
I mean, the hatred for the Ravens is pretty strong, but I'm still gonna choose the Ravens because I'm not stupid. By 6.
I'm going Ravens by 8. The Black Friday Showdown, the Chicago Bears at the Philadelphia Eagles.
When I was just typing writing in Black Friday, I'm like, oh wait, that's not a team.
No, it's not a team.
I gotta go with the Bears because, old Jakey Poo. So I'll say Bears by 1. They'll get a last minute shot up.
I'm gonna say Bears by 3 points.
We're gonna look like fools when they tie.
Jairo Santos is gonna kick a field goal with 1 second left, and I'm gonna yell "Walk it off, white boy" in front of my in-laws as loud as I can.
Nice. It's crazy too because your in-laws are both black, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, Saints at Dolphins.
Dude, Drew's gonna fucking kill that dolphin. Drew Brees and the Saints by I don't know. I'm feeling a little feisty. Maybe 8.
Going Dolphins by 3. Texans at the Colts.
Really quick about the Dolphins, I just want to say this.
Hmm.
For being the dumbest team name, maybe the best color scheme.
It's I don't think it's even in my top 10, but I do like it.
In the NFL, there's only like 13 teams.
That is not true.
Wait, it's Texans at what?
Colts.
Colts. Okay. Oof. Oof. My boys.
Come on, is it JJ at Casey or is it
Nope.
Indiana Jones?
Sorry, it's Indiana Jones. Colts are my number one now. So
Yep.
Colts by 6.
I'm also going Colts. I'll say 7.
7. God, you'd be a bitch on Price is Right, I swear. I say this every time.
Falcons at the Jets.
Falcons by 8.
Falcons by 12. The 49ers at the Browns.
Niners it up by 12.
I think every single member of the Browns training staff would all have to sacrifice their firstborn children to beat the 49ers. So I'm going to go 49ers. And I'll say by 14.
Oof. We're both expecting them to score a lot.
Yes. All right. Our alma mater, the Rams versus the Panthers.
And again, I wrote the dance. I'm gonna be so confused next week. Yeah, we're going Rams. I gotta stick with the old Alma. Rams by 7.
Rams by 10.
Now you got your pulse on all the things the kids like because you own a comic book shop. Does what is that 6'7" thing? What the fuck does that mean? I've seen Instagram things with it. I'm like, I don't understand this at all. I'm an old man.
From what I understand, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
It
okay.
literally doesn't mean anything. It's just what they say.
It's like a stupid thing, like when we were in high school, it was like, oh, you just lost the game, like that
Yes,
bullshit.
that is
Okay.
exactly
I
right.
gotcha. Makes sense now.
Yep.
I'm glad kids are just as stupid now as they were then.
Hmm.
And just so
All
you
right.
guys know, if you're watching this right now, y'all just
You
lost.
just lost the game.
One person's like, oh, fuck! It's been years!
All right. The Jags at the Titans.
Man, you know, I don't think I've ever met a Jaguar, but I can't forget the Titans. Because I just can't help remember them. Titans. Fine.
I'm saying Jags.
Oh, cool. I don't have to think of a number. That would make sense. Titans by 2003. I think that's when the movie came out. Probably not. Hey, Jesse, look it up.
Um, yeah, I'll say Jags by 7.
Guys, just so you know, we're gonna start a new drinking game next week. Every time one of us says seven, you have to take a drink.
Yep.
So if you're driving, I am sorry.
I like that. And if Casey gets a pick right on the money, score and everything, you got to finish your drink.
Yeah. And then afterwards, after like you do this about 4 or 5 times, you then go to our PayPal and you send us money.
It's a fun little game.
Yeah, it's a really cool drinking game, you know?
All right. The Cardinals at the Buccaneers.
Is your boyfriend still gone?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna go with them because what does baseball players know about football?
Yeah,
Also, was it mean that I called him your boyfriend, or were you kind of like, I wouldn't be against it.
I wouldn't be against it. He's
Yeah,
a good looking guy.
yeah, there you go. Though you would have to be his fucking sugar mommy, you old cradle robber, because I bet he's a lot younger than us.
Yeah, probably by about 10 years.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's at 30.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's not
Let
that's
me
not
check.
near as that's not near as bad. Hey, Jamie, look it up. Look up the age.
He's 30.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Bucks by 3.
You went three. It would be a shame if someone went four, but I'm gonna go six.
The Vikings at the
Hold on,
Seahawks.
I gotta flip my old page around.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll say the Vikings. There's Evan.
I think you're silly. The Seahawks are winning that game
Yeah, but
by 10 points.
it's one of those things. Gotta just represent for old Clinty.
I guess if you want to lose a pick, that's totally fine.
I guess old Casey's gonna have to eat spicy wings. Oh, my least favorite thing.
The Bills at the Steelers.
Is Aaron still gone?
It's questionable.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
If I had to
Bills.
guess, yes, because he was questionable Sunday. So
Yeah.
it's like another week, I bet he plays, but who
All
knows?
right. Still, Bills. They're better. I know that. I don't know much. So Bills by 8.
Yeah, I think them losing this week was a bit of a fluke. So I'm going Bills by, let's get wacky. Let's say 3.
Ooh,
The
fancy.
Raiders at the Chargers.
Oh, poor guys. Poor guys. Chargers are taking them.
hmm
Let's say Chargers by 14.
I was close. I'll say 12. The Broncos at the Commanders.
Broncos receiving.
Yeah, Broncos are winning that for sure. I will say 10 points. And finally, the Giants at the Patriots.
Okay. Patriots are taking them to the old beat up zone by 8.
I'll say Patriots by 10.
Okay. So let us know, guys, who's doing a better job now that they understand football a little bit better, me or Jake?
Okay.
Okay, really quick, I'm gonna try something because I said there's like 13 teams in football, and you said I was wrong. So I'm gonna name all the ones I can know. Okay? Bears, Cowboys, Buccaneers, Chargers. Most of these are I like some of these ones I'm getting into now. I'm like, oh yeah, because we just said them. Ravens, Dak Prescott's Cowboys, J.J. Watts's Texans, the Saints, Seahawks, Clint's Vikings. That's 10. Oh, Dolphins. That's how we kind of got into the whole discussion to begin with. Um, oh, our alma mater, the Rams, the baseball playing Cardinals. Um, Baltimore Ravens. I hate them. The Chiefs, Taylor Swift's team. I just cheated. The Bucking Broncos. Trying to stop cheating. I didn't mean to do that one. That's all I got.
I mean, you made a good run.
Oh,
There,
Packers.
there are
The Packers,
32.
of course. Oh shit.
Yeah,
I got, I got half.
yeah, yeah. But you did a good job.
Hey, thanks, man.
I was trying to find if there was like a, oh no, it's just like a timer thing to name them all. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway, but yeah, you did a good job. Um, Trying to think of another.
the 6 to my 7.
Okay, but you have to do this one.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. That's so
No,
stupid.
take it away. You gotta.
I don't know how to end that. I don't even know
You
what it
just say it.
means.
Exactly.
Say
You just
what?
say it. You say it again.
It again. Okay, we doing it live?
Yep.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's Casey with Two Worlds Podcast, and with me, as always, it's the 6 to my 7. It's Jake. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. If
Yeah, man. So, what'd you do today?
Oh, I didn't do shit. I played Pokemon all day long. All day.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, you get like the newest one, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Nice.
Took a few weeks off because it was a little slow for me, but I got the
Yeah,
itch again and jumped back in.
yeah. I'm interested in that new one mostly because I love Hal Lucha because I think his design's super cool. And he's got a Mega Evolution that people were complaining how it looked, but I'm like, I think this looks pretty cool.
Now it does look cool, and I'm glad that he got one, but I don't think this is the one to jump back in on, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. No, I've not played any of the Switch ones at all. So.
It's
Because like,
it's the weakest of the Switch titles, in my opinion.
yeah, I gotcha. Even even weaker than the what the Pikachu and Eevee one because
Mm,
those ones look really bad.
I mean, those are like remakes, though,
I gotcha. Fair enough.
and they dumbed them down, so I don't I don't put them in the same category.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know down below, guys.
It
Should
is
old
better than
Casey?
those.
Okay. Should old Casey hop back on the Poke train, or just keep watching people open up Pokemon cards online and live vicariously through them? Let us know.
Hell yeah. All right, we do have a YouTube comment. This is from at Gerblah.
Oh, I need to send you the pictures he sent me too. Forgot to do that.
The pictures of
So
what
just
now?
keep talking. I'll.
Oh,
He
okay.
mentions it in the thing. So
Okay. He says, I'd like to apologize for Jeff Johns. I recognize the marketability of his lantern stuff. I know I own a yellow lantern ring and shirt and a black lantern ring somewhere. I just haven't read as much of it as other stuff. So I'm a Philistine in that regard. I'd also like to apologize to Jake for forgetting to tell him the X Force I was trying to quote was X Force Volume 3 by Kyle and Yost. Well, that was my guess, so no need to apologize.
no, make sure he apologizes. He was raised better than that.
He says for his Fantastic Four, I found out Alan Moore thinks that the Killing Joke was, quote, one of the worst things he'd ever written, saying it was too nasty and too violent, which is interesting because it did kind of help push Batman to where it is now, and the guy who did it isn't into it. Kind of wild.
It's also hilarious that he's like, this one's a little bit too much. But then, like, if you flip through League of Extraordinary Gentlemen at a too young of an age, like I did, there's parts where people are getting impaled, Invisible Man's raping girls, all this stuff, and you're like, Killing Joke is a bit much.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's weird that he said that because he puts that
Yeah.
in a lot of his works.
Oh yeah.
He said I also found out through Casey loaning me Starman by James Robinson, which everyone should read, and reading the author's notes at the end that Mr. Moore wanted to do Doom Patrol because he thought the original book was so insane and he wanted to continue that tradition, which is awesome. I guess he also introduced us to John Constantine and Saga of Swamp Thing, which I need to read. I love Swamp Thing. But one of my favorite things was in Judge Dredd. They had an undercover unit called the Wally Squad, where there was a character named Dirty Frank, and he might be, if not definitely, one of the best characters in Judge Dredd, which they just straight up say was designed to look like Alan Moore with an eye patch. He is awesome. I'll try to remember to send Casey a picture of
Yes, I said it to you, so if you want to pull it up, but
him.
with the Constantine thing, one funny thing
Where'd you
is
send it?
on Instagram, I forwarded it on to you.
Oh,
Um, one of the funny things with him and Constantine, a lot of writers, they're the weirdo writers that will write Constantine will then be like, "Oh yeah, it's crazy. I've met him after the fact." Kind of like how Grant met Superman. So like, because
yeah,
like there was a story about Alan Moore meeting him at in a bar in a pub in London, and then I think Neil Gaiman he also said this had a similar story. I don't know if I'm trying to think. I think for some reason I could be wrong. I'll have to look it up. I think Tynan might have actually had uh like a quick meet with Constantine randomly too, which I'm like, yeah, you goofballs. I don't know what drugs you're hallucinogens you're doing, but whatever it
hmm
is, it's working.
yeah, absolutely. And I do think that this looks like Alan Moore with an eye patch for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
That's funny. All right. Well, thank you for the comment. We appreciate it. And now it's time for the news.
All right. You got more news than me. You kind of again, we're a little fucking Raisin Bran Crunch son this week and scooped me up, but I'll just mention these two little doodads. So Last Ronin has been shelved by Paramount. So, probably not gonna get that movie anytime soon now, which is a gosh darn shame because it sounded like it was gonna be great time.
It is a shame. I think they just waited too long.
Yeah, I think it's that, and then also like Paramount still like got it in their mind that they can buy Warner Brothers. So they're trying to like do stuff because like I guess they also canceled the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show that they had going, which is like that's crazy that they're doing something that was making money, but they want to have money to buy Warner Brothers or some crap, which is like why?
Hmm.
And then so yeah, it's just it's a too bad thing. And then
Agree.
on speaking of things that are probably never going to get happen, the Gundam movie, we got more news about that. Noah Continio, who when every time I try to type his name out, my phone was like, You mean continue?" And I'm like, I do not. It's in talks to lead the upcoming Gundam movie, so he'd be Amuro. You
Is
remember?
this somebody we know?
I don't fucking know him, but he looked like a young actor. I don't know young actors. Give me an old man, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know who that guy is. But yeah, I mean, if you want to hear our opinions on the original Gundam series. Boo! Put that right there, Jakey Poo.
Okay, it's on our YouTube.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think that movie's gonna work at all in the American audience because, you know, we like our action movies with tons of violence and glorification of said violence. And Gundam's like, we're not glorifying anything. So I don't think it's gonna work at all.
Yeah, I agree. It's just going to be another shitty American adaptation of a good
Mhm.
Japanese property, so
Yeah.
don't love that.
Speaking of Gundam, though, I'm just gonna call it right now. The next Anime Boys will be another holiday special. Remember that old thing, Anime Boys? We're gonna be
Mhm.
doing Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. It takes place at Christmas time, or at least it's snowing. So, pretty much
Close
Christmas.
enough.
Yeah.
All righty. For my stuff, Far Cry, the video game series, is getting an adaptation through FX. It's going to be done by Noah Hawley, who did Fargo and Alien Earth, and Rob, what's his name from It's Always Sunny.
Oh, nice. I've heard mixed things about that Alien Earth show. Some people love it, other people are like, this is the dumbest thing.
I watched the first episode and I do plan to continue it, but the first one was like any first episode, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think we're gonna see some more video game adaptations after the success of Fallout, probably.
hmm
So we'll see what happens there.
They need to go
Um,
with things though where like Far Cry and Fallout where it's like you don't really have a main character that you love. 'Cause you know what I mean? Like that way you can just do like their own characters type of thing. Since like Fallout, I think or Far Cry, everyone's a different thing anyway. I'm pretty sure. So
they should do BioShock.
no, I don't think they should.
You don't think the underwater, facility with the creepy stuff would work?
I It could work, but I also think it would just fucking suck. I love BioShock. That's one of my
Mhm.
favorite games. And like the story, the stuff that the twist, all of the philosophies that they're using and stuff. I think it's awesome. But then at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I trust the fucking Amazon to make a good BioShock show. No.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. I don't know a good game that they could do, but 'cause I don't play that many games anymore. They should do an NBA 2K movie,
It would just be like any of those racing movies that they do.
right? Ooh, guys, let us know down below.
Mhm.
What video game movies you want to do? Like what ones do you want to see? Are you
Are you
like,
are you a huge fan of Prince of Persia starring Jake
ooh,
Gyllenhaal?
dude, remember that time you and me went to see that movie opening night dressed as the Prince of Persia? We got in trouble because we kept tossing sand in people's eyes.
Pocket Sand. Anyway, moving right along. So we got a creative team for the Moonstar comic. It's going to be Ashley Allen and Germán Peralta, who did Magic.
Hmm.
And Danny Moonstar was a huge part of the Magic comic, so that's not too surprising. And it's just going to be a 5 issue deal, I think. So why not? Let's do it.
Yeah. And you're not in love with that team, correct? If I'm wrong, but you're like, nah, they're okay.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
All right.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
Good, definitely good enough.
Yeah.
All right. Um, Speaking about Marvel stuff still, the new Deadpool comic, which is just called Wade Wilson Deadpool. It's going to be written by Ben Percy with art by Jeff Shaw. I'm not going to read it because I think Deadpool's annoying, but I think that's a really good team for that book.
Yeah, that's one of those things where if it was anyone else, I wouldn't read it. But now it's like if it's a slow week and I remember, there's a good chance I'll pick it up because Benjamin Percy writing Deadpool should be the good amount of dumb fun.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's just in too much stuff still.
Yeah, it's way better than it was than compared to when we were in college, though. I'll say
That's
that.
true. That is very true. All right. Then we've got Generation X 23. That's going to be by Jody Hauser and Jacopo Camagni. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, if you're a fan of, what's her name? What's her name?
Laura
Laura.
Kinney.
I was
Yeah,
going to say Gabby, but that's her sister.
yeah,
Yeah. But if you like Laura, she's getting a new series.
yeah. I'm not. I'm gonna say this as a Laura fan. Um, it's weird that they're calling it X-23 because it's like that's one of the things she doesn't really care much for in the books. I mean, it'd be kind of like if Wolverine they made a book like which they've done before with Wolverine, they called it like Weapon X,
Mm-hmm.
because he's not a fan of that name either.
And we'll talk about it during the reviews, but even in this week's Batman Deadpool, there's the Nightwing Laura team up,
Hmm.
and it says, she outgrew this name that she doesn't like very much.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, even me who doesn't know shit about that character knows that much.
Yeah. Like I could see it if it's like, I mean, do we have any solicits or anything on it? Like could it be like, oh, there's multiple, like it's Laura, Gabby, and like a couple other clones or whatever? Because if I remember right in Tom Taylor's, she had another sister that ended up dying.
Yeah,
Okay. Because if
could
that's the
be.
case, then I'd be like, okay, I guess we can call it that. But like I said, it as a very sensitive boy, it bothers me for old Laura because I like her.
Hmm. Um, okay, and then Eve Ewing and Tiago Palma are going to launch X-Men United in March. Um, and I said because if Justice League is doing it, Marvel has to do it too. But it's literally what they're doing with Justice League, but with the X-Men characters,
Yeah.
which is fine. That's probably how it should be. Um, so yeah, look forward to that, I guess.
Yeah.
But I, I think, I think Jed McKay and Gail Simone are still doing their books. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I can't imagine that they would go from doing their books to this Age of Revelation event, then going back to doing those books for a couple months just for it to go to this. You know what I mean? Like that's
I
not
mean,
really Marvel style.
just give it a little bit of an ending, like a to lead it into that maybe, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Um, Hush 2, the finale, has been delayed until March. That makes it 7 entire months after its initial solicited date. What are they doing?
Taking their
Nobody,
time.
nobody is going to give a fuck.
She didn't
I
even
already don't give a fuck
Well, you stopped giving a fuck after the second issue, let's be honest. But
because it's bad.
yeah, anyone in your shop though is like excited about it. Like I'm Okay. I didn't know if there's like any old heads that are coming. They're like, I'm glad that we're getting in this again.
Nope, everyone has just said, well, I've read the rest. I might as well finish it.
Yeah.
That's the only response I've gotten.
Yeah.
It's just, dude, and we'll get to this in the reviews too, but the new gods. Evan Kagel is a grandmaster at his craft.
Hmm.
And this book has been on time. All 12 issues has been on time. It looks way fucking better than anything Jim is doing in Hush 2. And no
Well,
disrespect to Jim.
I will say though, and like just to combat that though, with this book with the New Gods, there's like each book has like four artists on there. It's not like he's doing the full book. You know what
Just
I
two.
mean?
Somebody does the first 2 or 3 pages and then he does all the
There,
rest of it.
yeah, but there was one issue where there was at least three because it had the stuff with the Black Racer, and then it had other stuff, and then had the main story, then it had stuff in outer space that was a different artist too.
That doesn't equal 7 months late.
Well, I know. I'm not like no matter what with a Jim Lee book, we already know it's gonna be late, even if he's like, no, guys, I've been working on it for 10 years.
Then he
It
just
doesn't matter.
shouldn't do it.
It's gonna be late. That's gonna happen. And I don't get why it's so late and all that stuff. I'm just saying in general, like if Evan Cagle was doing a book monthly, he'd have late ones if he was doing the full book, more than likely, is what I'm saying. But I think Hush 2 should look better for as late as it's been.
Yeah, and it won't. The end is going to
Yeah,
be a rushed.
because like Jim's a better artist than what we're getting.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's stupid. It's shitty.
Hmm.
It's shitty to fans and to, shops because it's like, thankfully, I know the people that have been getting it will get it, but not everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Some people just be like, I don't fucking care. Oh, Hush 2, that's not done. Didn't
yeah.
that last issue come out like 5 months ago?
And I mean, there's probably a lot of people too that'll be like, "Oh, I stopped after it wouldn't keep coming out, and I was just going to trade wait, that
Hmm.
type of thing."
That's
So,
what they should have done with this anyway. Be like, hey, whenever Jim finishes it, we'll put it out as an original graphic novel.
or even as much as would suck, do instead of because it's 6 issues, correct?
No idea.
All right. Well, let's say it's 6 issues. Should have done three Black Label books instead.
Yeah.
Well, like a little, the oversized nonsense, and
Hmm.
just do it that way.
Yeah,
And then you could take more time off in between, and really three Jokers that thing.
for sure. All right, then ending it on the best news. Dynamite Comics has gotten the rights to the Muppets, and they're doing a Muppets noir where Kermit is a detective.
Nice.
And I can't fucking wait. I think it sounds great.
I'd probably check it out if it's a slow week.
Hmm. And that's the news.
Oh, really quick, this should have been in the YouTube part, but because that's when we talk about sports, but I just wanted to share this with you. You probably heard about it too. The Bucks played against the Hornets the other night, and I think his name's Con Knipple. He's the rookie on the Hornets. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
So he's from the Milwaukee area, and his parents, in the most parent Midwestern fashion,
Oh,
were like,
yeah.
"Why don't you just bring your whole team down? We'll make them dinner." And so like they all hung out in his basement and
Yeah.
ate the food. And then I guess like he had a whole like his whole high school or college or whatever just showed up at the game, like cheering them on and stuff. I'm like that's so Midwestern and awesome.
I know. I love it. They were like, invite whoever you want. And he
Yeah.
invited his whole team. Yeah, I think that's super cool.
All right, man. What'd you read this week?
I read Ghost Pepper number 5, Spider-Gwen number 4, Sonic the Hedgehog 82, Sacrificers 17, The New Gods number 12, Justice League Red number 4, Nova Centurion number 1, and Nightwing 132. And Batman Deadpool, I just don't have a copy in front
All
of me.
right. Dang, you sold out again? Hopefully.
No, I just forgot to
Ah.
bring one home.
Oh, okay. So you got two more than me this week. So I read old High Strangeness issue 2. Fuck. Delete that. We'll restart. I read High Strangeness issue 2, Starship Godzilla issue 2, G.I. Joe issue 14, part 2 of the Dreadnought War, Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe issue 5, The New Gods issue 12, Nova Centurion issue 1, and Batman Deadpool one shot.
Cool. I will start off by talking about The Sacrificers, number 17, by Rick Remender and Max Fiamara. I liked it. Uh, I don't think anyone is reading this but me, but the main character girl who is the head god's daughter takes over in his place, and everyone thinks they're going to drink their, fountain of youth mixture that they get. And it turns out she poisoned it and they all die. And she's like, I'm not doing shit like my dad did. And Pigeon walks in and he's like, let's rebuild the world as it should be. And then it's going to be continued. I kind of thought it would end right there, but I guess they're going
Yeah,
to do more with it. So
nice.
it was cool. I'm looking forward to it, but this was an easy 9 out of 10.
Nice. So, Ice Strangeness by Daniel Noah, Zach Thompson, and Noah Bailey on the art. So it's like it starts with these two guys. They're in on a prison thing in the snow, and they prison bus, not a thing, on in the snow, and the bus wrecks, and they go to escape and go find a cave, and there's a fucking Sasquatch in there, and he starts attacking one of the guys. The dude uses a rock, fight it off. The guards show up, and Sasquatch just murders all of them, and the dude runs off, and then he's got like this new life. He has a lady that he likes a whole lot, and she doesn't know shit about him, doesn't know his story. He's freaking out because it's snowing hard again, and he's like, I gotta go find that I gotta go find that damn Sasquatch. The Sasquatch is a calling me. And so he goes out of the house after he locks his lady up and does some trippy things, and he's like, dealing with that. And then as the Sasquatch breaks into his house, and it's weird. His lady's like, "Oh, this is weird," because he was just gonna go back to her. And then you get the minute like these weirdo men in black. I'm gonna show it to you because like looking like a couple of just like a little freak.
Yeah, don't like that.
Yeah, which is like that's what they kind of said. Like if you paid attention, like if you've ever looked into like the original Men in Black, like they always think like they're aliens in disguise because they're just these fucking weirdos that are like, I need some water, and they don't know how to drink water and all this other stuff. Like they're
Sugar
just
water.
yeah yeah right. And so he then like basically helps. He ends up helping the Sasquatch because the his lady was like, go help him, help it, and he's like, okay, and he helps it, and then he turns himself in. He's like, I'm tired of running, and so he turns himself in, and that was basically it. Not gonna lie, fucking loved it. Like it's such a weird, cool story. I wasn't super hot in the first issue, but this one just hit like so many checked boxes for my weird fucking brain. Loved it. I like the art. I'm gonna go 9.5. It's my pick of the week.
Nice. I love that for you.
Thanks, man. I'm reading this. I'm like, this is a really great Casey book. Not a Jake book at all.
And that's okay. That is the beauty of comics. All right, Sonic the Hedgehog 82 by Evan Stanley, and Gigi Dutree. It's pretty cool. It's more of this new circus stuff that they're doing. And it turns out that the new character has like a split personality and is the thief that they were looking for the Chaos Emeralds. Um, So wouldn't you know it, the power of friendship heals all, Casey, as it always does. And they save the day, and Rouge and Shadow make off with the Chaos Emerald, and then at the end, Robotnik shows up in a giant like clown mech, and then he claims it's party time. So we'll see what that means next issue. But
Nice.
yeah, it's goofy, it's fun, it's Sonic, it's an 8.
I'm gonna say this about the Sonic comics, even though I don't read them, but just hearing you talk about it, I love that they're not doing the thing that like so many things like Transformers, for instance. Transformers is like a kid's cartoon, but then like the kids grew up and they're like, I want it dark and gritty, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. With this, is like, no, no, this is still for kids. Don't be weird.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I completely agree.
So I like that. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because like I read a thing, like it was a tweet by Xander Cannon. He was talking about when he was writing Transformers, or he was drawing it. Like he was on the creative team for one of the books, and he's like, "Yeah, this was supposed to be like it was back when it first came out." And he's like, "A lot of the people that grew up with it grew up, so they hated it, and they would say, send how much they hated it and stuff." It's just like it's not for you guys anymore. This is a children's book.
Right. It's tough to separate
It
sometimes.
is. I mean that's kind of my theory on Star Wars, why like a lot of Star Wars fans hate Star Wars so much. It's like, well, yeah, you watched something when you were 8 and it's the coolest thing in the world, but when you get older, it's not near as cool anymore.
Hmm.
Okay, but Starship Godzilla. It's written by Chris Gooch, the old Gooch
The
himself.
Gooch.
Man, I want to become friends with him just so he could be honest. Like, and we got the Gooch today. And it's written by Oliver Ono. I wasn't hot on the first issue, Jake, if you remember right.
Of
I was like, the
course.
the art's cool, the characters suck. I don't care much for them. I'm glad I stuck with it because this one's a lot of fun. And I didn't really think about it this time, but one of the characters is a monkey. One of the characters on the boat. I'm a little old. I'm an old fan of an old talking monkey. But I was thinking about it. I'm like,
Monkeys.
you know why he is a monkey? Because there's an alien race, or kind of an alien. Like, yeah, they'd be an alien race that's in the Godzilla movies and the Mecha Godzillas that we talked about with the other Godzilla book, the Here There Be Aliens. They're from the black hole planet. And they're just monkeys because Planet of the Apes was a big deal at the time. So they're like,
Nice.
yeah, they're fucking monkeys.
They're
People
doing
want
what to monkeys?
they're like yeah, monkey like it's like it's basically me as the CEO of Toho, like, oh, monkeys are hot right now. Put them in the movie. So yeah,
A
we get,
sentence I never thought I'd hear.
what, monkeys are hot
Yeah. Put him in the movie.
right now? But we get some King Ghidorah action. Like this
Hell yeah.
this issue gave me a lot of like, which we haven't talked about, but someday we will for the old anime boys. The anime boys. We'll talk about Outlaw Star. This gave me a lot of Outlaw Star vibes, which it's like if that's the way they want to go from here on out, I'm into it. Um, so yeah, I really like this issue. I'm excited to keep reading it. I'm gonna go 8.5.
Okay. Ghost Spider #4 by Stephanie Phillips and Paulo Villanelli. It's fun. We got Agent Anti-Venom and Spider-Gwen. Uh, like the new symbiote that's taking over people and jumping around host to host, goes inside of a prison. And so, Anti-Venom and Gwen go in there before the cops do and shoot up the place. And it's like infected all of the inmates. So it's just a big old fight issue. And it looks like they're on the ropes. And you see someone off panel say, thought you could use an extra web shooter or two, and Miles and Silk show up.
Oh,
So
nice.
got a little spider team that's I guess gonna do some more fighting next issue, but
Nice.
it's fun. It's what I
Yeah.
want out of this book. So
Yeah.
another 8.
Yeah. Anytime someone says, I thought you needed another web shooter, I'm like, please leave.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't need any more. No, go, get out of here. Put your web shooter away. So G.I. Joe issue 14 by Josh Williamson, Tom Riley. Love the art. Destro's basically like, I'm gonna get Cobra Commander killed because the Dreadnoks, and then it cuts to the Dreadnoks shooting up a poor old Jeep, chasing after Duke and Cobra Commander, and like they kill a bunch of the Dreadnoks, and then like the brother and sister, the brother's like, he's killing our guys, and the sister's like, these are the new ones. We don't care about them. They don't have names like the rest of us, like Razor Hand and fucking.
Skid mark.
Skid Mark's a good guy.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, they then fight, and Duke and Commander are teaming up now, and then it ends with they say is Road Pig.
Why not? I was gonna joke and say pothole, which isn't that far off.
No, not at all. Okay, here's a fun little game. I'm gonna do this next week. I'm gonna come up with four characters. I'm gonna have you name the one that's real and the ones that are fake.
I
Because
can't
I think
wait. I can't
it's gonna be
wait.
great. But just for funsies, do you know the name of the Navy, the naval um G.I. Joe character?
I'm gonna go with like Bill Drat.
No.
Okay.
Not bad though.
Not bad.
Shipwreck.
A shipwreck. Okay.
Like the original G.I. Joe version, he looked kind of like the gayest character.
Like
Like
a
not
village
even
person.
Yeah, he looked 100% like he'd be like another member of the Village People. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but if you saw him, you'd be like, yeah, he's seen one up close.
Hmm.
But but it's also like he also was a seaman. He could kick your ass.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But because he had the shirt that's like way too unbuttoned, and then he
Hmm.
had just like the naval man hat, and he had a parrot.
Hell yeah. Of course
Just
he
so you
had a
guys
parrot.
Just so you guys know, if you're following us on Twitter, I'll try to remember to post them. Old shipwreck. Ooh, dude, this will be like a really dumb joke that only people that watched HGTV and listen to this podcast will get, which is just me. But it'll be if Chip and Joanne Gain, if they had a G.I. Joe character, it'd be called Chip Lap. But yeah, Jake's new favorite G.I. Joe character, which I don't know if he ever existed. Old Road Pig shows up. He's got a fucking cinder
Mm.
block sledgehammer.
Hmm.
I'm excited to see what happens with him. Like I said, I don't know if he existed before, but I'm here for it. So I'm gonna go 8.5 out of 10. It's a fun book. This was less good than the last issue, but I still liked it.
Well, if I were a G.I. Joe, my name would be Bill Drat.
Nice. So, fun fact about being a G.I. Joe. When we were in middle school, you could go onto Hasbro's website because they're trying to make G.I. Joe's a thing again, and I was buying up the toys. You could go on their website and they'd be like, the G.I. Joe name creator, thing. Mine was Lift Ticket.
It sounds like you're the G.I. Joe that works at a ski resort.
They're like, yeah, get it. Like, I'm like, guys, can I be a G.I. Joe? Like, I just work at the ski resort. They're like, sure, lift ticket. Now let's go up on the ski lift. I'm like, yeah.
Like, wait, you guys got your tickets? Like
It's
that's
like,
all you can
yeah.
do.
So yeah, get back here.
But they
It's
don't because they're
okay.
on the
Yeah.
lift.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll get them when they come back.
Oh, Jesus.
Let
All
us know
right,
down below, guys. Do you have a G.I. Joe name?
let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let us know. All right, Ghost Pepper #5 by Ludo Lullaby and Adriano Lucas. It's cool. I'm not going to
Yeah.
get into it because what can I say? If you're reading it, you get it, and if you're not, you have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. It's sci-fi. It's Trigun with a food truck. It's really fun. I'm gonna give it a 9.
This must have been a pretty spooky week for you.
A spooky week?
Yeah, yeah, like two ghost books.
What was the other one? Oh,
Go,
Ghost Spider. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Fucking, you had night terrors, I bet.
Yeah.
Brielle's like, no two double ghosts anymore. Okay, Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, issue 5. And I wasn't prepared. I didn't know, and I just thought they'd be at the front. I know Gary Duggan does
Oh,
the.
for fuck's sake.
I know, I know. Fuck, call Preston. Just have him take over for me again. It's like you're at least prepared. Like my old co-star, he fucking sucked. He didn't even couldn't even find it. I still can't find it. Oh, that's too bad.
Boy,
Can't find
it's
it.
really gonna be worth it when you get to it.
I know, right? Everyone's on there. Ah, there we go. Javier Garon and Saint-Tronc. So there you go, guys. I know they're listening, so they're happy I gave them credit. So Godzilla fights the Wakandan Godzilla Buster mech, which is like the dumbest thing, but it's so funny because it's like, they're like, ah, hey, our shoulders will be War Machine and Iron Man. And all they do instead of like shooting out laser beams, they just pop them out of their shoulder, like, hey, there we are. Pew!
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, and then the Spider-Man, it's his like the two Spider-Men are like, ah, the restraints, and they shoot out the restraints, and it's like anyone could be in here. You did not need Spider-Man because they're just shooting big guns. It's like, that's not necessary, guys.
Put Hawkeye in there.
Yeah, right. But like, oh, but no, it's Spider-Man's powers. And so then they, hit him with all these different weapons. Thor's lightning, Doctor Strange's magic, Cyclops' eyes, and then some fire from old Johnny. And Godzilla's getting zapped. He looks like he's having an existential crisis here.
Did I leave the oven on?
It's like that's how I look sometimes when I get packages in the mail. Like, oh no, I'm never gonna financially recover from this. But then, like magic, she uses her powers along with some Pym particles and gives him a little fucking sword that looks cool. And so then they go at it, and then they're like, hey, look, Fantastic Four is still alive. So is Captain America. And they're like, oh yeah. Captain America gives the mech the shield, still not enough, and they finally give Godzilla a little gimp suit to tie him up.
They really did. Wow.
Let us know down below, guys. Did that awaken something in you? If it did, seek help, okay? But
And
so
do
they come
not
up.
let us know.
No, no, please let us know. But seek help. So yeah, then they come up with an idea. They wrap Godzilla up in the unbreakable bands of Cyttorak, I think is what it's called. That's a
Hmm.
Doctor Strange thing. And then they wrap that also around Thor's Mjolnir. And so Thor then fucking throws it, and Magic then, which is like, oh yeah, Magic and Thor working together. I think Jake got a little hard out of nowhere. He's like, what happened? It's like, oh, Magic and Thor are working together. And so she opens up a portal, sends him off to this planet that reads like there's no one that lives here. And so sends him there, and then, or no, first just opens a portal out of there, and then
Oh
takes her
God,
and
are we gonna get Planet Godzilla?
it gets dumber. So then so Thor and Magic teleport to that thing. So like the hammer's just taking Godzilla, and he's like, to me, Mjolnir. And so Godzilla has to go through all, probably going through planets at this point, hitting spaceships, all that stuff. And he gets the hammer. Godzilla's like still in his gimp suit, and actually he crashes. The gimp suit's gone, and they can go back home. They're all having their GI Joe Avengers Mansion that to get together. Fucking everyone's dressed pretty normal except for Johnny. What are you doing? Get your life together.
Yeah, why is that? Why?
Like everyone else is just like dressed kind of normal, and Johnny's just like, buns, sun's out, buns out, and then they. they get more of the message that old Johnny sent. And he's like, whatever you guys do, don't send Godzilla in outer space, okay? Planets will die if you do that. And then they're like, oh, fuck, what did we do? We sent him in outer space. And then it ends with Noel going like, oh, hey, Godzilla, do you want a, one of them old Venom symbiotes? And Godzilla's like, don't mind if I do. And that's how it ends. We get Venom symbiote Godzilla, which will make a cool ass toy to go on my Godzilla collection.
Is that a thing that's happening for sure?
I mean, how could it not?
Well, I agree.
You know, at the like you're gonna first see some fucking nerds on some of these Facebook groups I'm in be like, well, I made my own. And you're like, wow,
And it
how
looks
did
like
you?
shit.
Well, no, some of them will look like shit. Some of you will be like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, what in the world? And then the Marvel license one will come out, and you're like, why am I paying $100 for this?
The guy that made this in his basement looks better.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, this will be like a 9. It's fun.
All right.
It's stupid. It's kind of what you want from a big crossover like that.
Nightwing 132 by Dan Waters and Dexter Soy. Nightwing fights with this gal from his past. She's caught up in the circus shit. They go like the horror route with her and this creepy clown man who's kidnapping all the children for the circus. And I even by the end of this, I don't know if she's real or not, or just like a trick by this man.
Yeah.
But uh but it's pretty cool. And then I guess through illusion, he's recording uh this whole confrontation and makes it look like Dick killed this lady. And it's just on live TV, that classic thing. Everybody thinks that
Hmm.
that he's a murderer, and that's how it is. So and it's fine. Uh Art's really fucking good. Like Dexter Soy is an extremely good artist, and I'm so glad he stayed on this book. I'm gonna give it probably a 7.5.
No, that's the same artist that did the like when Dan Waters first started on the book, correct?
Mhm.
Dude, his art makes me think so much of the dude that did the art for Chuck Dixon's run.
Scott McDaniel.
Yeah. Makes like
Yeah,
that's what it gives me that same vibe.
yeah, it does me too. It's yeah. It's so stupid to say, well, if that book back then came out now, it would look like this. But really,
Yeah,
that is just how it
it's
is.
100%. All right, man. I just got our Mutu's left. Do you?
All right, Justice League Red
Okay.
#4. It's by Clayton Henry and Saladin Ahmed. Um, the team is sort of working together at this point. Red Tornado gives them um, the evidence that Black Adam will bring about the end of everything if they don't stop him. So they go there to confront him, and he kind of just beats their asses. And I don't know. My question is, do you think that this team could take him? It's Power Girl, Dead Man, Cyborg, Simon Green Lantern, and Red Canary.
And what? And he said Solomon Grundy.
No.
Oh, who'd you say then that they're fighting?
Black Adam.
Black Adam. Oh, I don't know why I got Solomon Grundy.
Me either.
I got Grundy on the brain. No, Black Adam would take him.
I mean, I just didn't know how much Power Girl kind of swayed there. Because, like, a Green Lantern, Cyborg's pretty OP nowadays with the Mother Box stuff, and Power Girl, it's like maybe it could be a little closer, but this just made it seem like it wasn't close at all.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talk. I mentioned this on the podcast before, but it's like when you read 52 with Black Adam, like that's like, and also another plus side with Black Adam too is like even though The Rock really wanted it to be a thing, he never really became like his own thing where he had like a series where you had to see him like be weak. Like in 52, he just gets fucking mad and just wrecks everyone. Like Superman's not really there. So like that, that was one of the things, but like he runs through people because he's so fucking tough. So I think like Power Girl's gonna have the automatic Kryptonian thing, even though she's not technically Kryptonian, but she is, depending on the continuity, where she's not going 100%. Black Adam doesn't have that thing in him. And Simon, like they're not gonna be 100% going at him right off the bat. And then it's like, oh yeah, you're going against someone that's gonna speed blitz you and also be stronger than you, even if you were at 100%. And he's going at 100 the whole time. So
Yeah. Sorry, Shazam.
yeah, sorry.
Anyway, he beats their ass and then it ends with like them all lying on the ground and Adam standing over them. So we'll see what happens next. But I'm glad it's just finally going somewhere. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm gonna give it a 7, but still enjoying how Ahmed writes all the characters.
Damn.
See, we can do this whatever order. I just don't have the one in front of me.
All right. I'll do it this way because I had New Gods as on top, but I'll go Nova first and then New Gods, and we'll finish with the old Batman Deadpool combo.
Okay.
So Novus and Sharon, issue one by Jed McKay and Alvaro Lopez on the art. I dug the art for the most part. I don't really understand. I like it. I think it looks cool. Don't really understand the purpose of a Nova in a coat.
hmm I think it's
Especially,
just for looks.
yeah, I mean, it had to be because it's a light jacket, so it's not even like, oh yeah, it's gonna keep him warm. It's like, no, no.
Well,
Oh,
so that made me wonder anyway. And it's whatever. It's comic books. But I'm just like, well, his face is exposed
yeah,
out in space. So it's like none of it matters anyways, right?
yeah, yeah,
So, I mean,
100%.
it's whatever. It's whatever.
But so yeah, he rescues some people with using the world mind powers, and he's like, "Give me money" afterwards, and everyone got really upset with him about it, which I thought was pretty funny.
It was very funny.
Yeah, and then Pip the Troll, which we haven't seen him in a minute.
hmm
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. He was a character that was in a lot of weird random comics that I would get at flea markets and antique shops when I was a kid.
Yep.
So, I'm into it. And then we also get to see lounging Richard Rider, which he has a trucker hat on that I would love to have, but no, I couldn't wear because it's clearly a snapback and my damn head's too big for that. So,
Dude, I saw that hat and I was like, man, Casey would love that hat.
dude, it'd be awesome, but like, I already know. I already know because I can't wear snapbacks. Sucks. But Pip the Troll's also kind of got Donald Trump hair going on, which I thought was funny.
It is funny.
But
I
then he
really
has
like sorry, go ahead.
no go you yeah you're
Well,
still
I,
you're
I
I was
think
going
you're
to
getting
move to the
there.
next thing. I'm going to move
Yeah.
to the next thing. So
Yeah, I think you're
okay,
getting there.
so he's going to do a job for this like basically crime syndicate that are you know Skrull and Kree together, which it's like that's pretty sweet of them getting together like that. And he's like, I'm doing this job, and then they reveal, we were robbed, and this is the person we have. Do you remember Cammy? Because I do. Took me a second.
Nah.
Okay, you will after I describe her. You remember Drax had that girl with him that had a bunch of attitude, and she had those weird little things in her hair clips. Boom, that's her.
Okay,
So I
cool.
haven't seen her since Annihilation. Maybe she was in Conquest. I don't really remember. I think she was in Conquest a little bit. But I'm like, this is neat to see her again. I haven't seen her in
hmm
a while. Looks like a lot's changed.
So I liked he's walking up to this meeting in his casual clothes.
Yeah.
The spears get crossed. He just casually raises the Nova helmet, and then you see the spears come back. I
Yeah.
thought that was really funny.
I do too.
Yeah. Then he's like, give me an advance. They're like, what? Money? He's like, nah, Cammy. So good guy, Dick Rider.
Yeah. Usually that's what I say when I'm playing Street Fighter. I'm like, give me
Give me
Cammy.
Cammy. But yeah, man, I mean, I dug it. Thought it was
Yeah.
cool.
Like the end, I'll be honest, I was like, I like this okay. I was like, yeah, this is probably like an 8.5 for me. And then the end with Cammy, bringing back those fun memories. I'm like, hell yeah, 9.5. I enjoyed myself. I'm excited to see what happens in the next issue.
Yep, I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. You know what, like McKay is doing with Pip what he did in Moon Knight with like 8 Ball, right?
Yeah.
Like he just picks a weird little character and he makes you really like that character. So,
Well, in all fairness, Pip has always been a weird little character that you like.
yeah, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
So he brought him back.
Yeah.
But
Because
no, I thought it was cool. I'm definitely gonna keep reading this one.
yeah. He was a big player in the old Infinity Watch, which again, like I said, that antique shop in T Pana had a whole bunch of those. Apparently someone collected them, like this is gonna be great, and like, oh, it's not worth shit.
Dude, I tell you what though, I get people in looking for that series all the time.
Dude, I fucking love it. It's one of those ones where it's like it really woke in my love for like the Marvel sci-fi
Hmm.
area, which I think Starlin did all of it, so it's like it makes sense why it would.
For sure. All right, and then we got New Gods number 12, the final issue by Ron V, Evan Cagle, and Devin Hester.
Bill.
Phil Hester. Devin Hester's a writer. Um,
We'll edit that in post.
yeah, I'll be real, dude. I thought this was such a fucking cool ending to the
Yeah,
story.
I knew you were gonna love it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like endings can be tough, right? And like this
Hmm.
has been so good. I was a little worried that the ending would kind of fall flat, but it didn't. So, Orion goes to help this kid in this black hole that they're calling the singularity, and the kid just fucking blows a hole straight through him, right? Like
Hmm.
that looks so wicked. And he goes back, he's like, I can't do it. Can't help him. And Mr. Miracle, after he's done fighting Desaad, which that was cool too, by the way. That was
Yep.
super cool. Um, he goes and meets up with Orion, and Mr. Miracle's like, "Don't worry, Orion, I'll bring the kid back. I made him a promise." So what's he do? He goes and he gets the kid. And he helps him. I assume that kid's gonna be like a big, powerful deal later in
Hmm.
something. I don't know what. In
Well, probably in
something.
this book.
Well, yeah, the whatever happens next for sure.
Well, because Ram
Uh,
V was talking about he's still gonna keep doing this on Twitter. So
oh, okay.
yeah.
But yeah, then at the end, Orion is standing there in front of all the new gods and some of the other DC characters. He's like, I know you all wanted me to be the new I almost said All Father. High Father. It's like, but I am not gonna do it. Um, the one that should do it is scot free. So please do it, Mr. Miracle. Which I thought was both really cool and also in character for both of them.
Hmm.
And it really didn't occur to me how much that made sense until I was reading it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, Orion could have done it. He would have been, a bit of an iron-fisted ruler, but he could have done it just fine. But Mr. Miracle, I think, would be a good ruler of the new gods.
But he still wouldn't want to, you know?
True, true, but you know what they say, that's what makes you a good leader, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, Orion walks over to Metron. He's like, he's alive, isn't he? Dark side. Metron's like, yep, he is. Orion's like, he must be stopped. It's my destiny. Metron says, then let's go. I'll show you other possibilities. And it ends and it says the new gods will return. So it's like, fuck yeah, give me this creative team writing Orion hunting down Darkseid. Sounds
Right.
fucking rad.
And I'll say the one thing that I didn't like about this book and like the last issue too is Barda needed a cheat to win against the Furies.
Hmm.
Like she like in this, it's like, oh yeah, this is a weird mother box, made me big. Like, oh okay, cool.
Yep. I agree. Like Barta's whooped all their asses over the years several
Yeah,
times. She making her giant like that, I think, was just for the fun of it.
yeah,
But yeah, this it's a 10. It's my pick of the week. I love the whole series, and I can't wait for it to be collected so I can reread it.
yeah. For me, since I'm just not as big a fan of the New Gods lore. That's like a big thing, and like this is lore heavy.
Hmm.
So, so for me, it's probably like a nine, just because again, I'm not as invested, you know, but still
Well, a
good time.
9 for somebody not invested is pretty fucking
Yeah,
good.
and the art's great. Now, speaking of some other comic book, we got Batman Deadpool. So starts with the Cosmic Kiss Caper by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora on the art. So yeah, we get so I didn't even know DC had their own little because they we have Eternity and then DC's version of that, which I didn't know that was a thing. So, I never seen her in anything. But they're
Hmm.
basically banging. That's, what it amounts to. And then
Super hot.
yeah, I mean, I read this with my pants off. Um, so Batman is, you know, doing some stuff with he said it was Sportsmaster, which I didn't know that, I didn't know that was a thing. But Sportsmaster's wife was dead, and he's very upset, and he wanted to, Batman's gonna go help him. And so while he's doing that, and then it's like, it cuts to Deadpool, and they do the thing where it's like, hey, this will come into play later on. He's holding Batman's dead body, and then it's Deadpool doing Deadpool things. I don't hate how Grant writes them, but I also think some of the jokes just still don't really work for me, but for the most part, it's kind of fun. He's fighting like these weird cartoon things, and they're going through and all that, doing different stuff. They kind of fight each other and don't, and Batman gets shot up a bunch, and then it's revealed it's the old Charles Xavier's sister is the person's pulling the strings. She's
Cassandra
trying,
Nova.
yeah, old Nova Centurion Cassandra, and she's like trying to figure out about like what it's like the weapon that they're using, and it's Batman's got the whole thing in his brain about stuff. You can't read my mind. I'm Batman. And then they toss him in the Lazarus pit, and he becomes one of my
Dark
favorite
Claw.
characters, Dark Claw. Just awesome. Dan Moore drawing
I thought
Dark
that was
Claw.
cool.
Yeah, like Dan Moore drawing Dark Claw wasn't on my fucking bingo card for this year, but it's nice to see.
I also thought it was really funny that part where Batman gets lit up by arrows. He's
Yeah,
like, let's see if I, am that good. And he's
yeah.
not.
And then Damien shows up. Damien didn't feel like Damien, even though Grant created Damien. He just, I don't know, didn't really care much for it. Also didn't like how I'm pretty sure, yeah, he goes, Mini me, I'm Damien, the son of Batman. It's like you're Robin.
Yeah, why would you be saying that to a complete stranger?
Yeah. And then Grant then, they finally show up and Grant's being Grant again in the shadows with the cosmic typewriter, cosmic
Hmm.
keytar, as Deadpool calls it, but the cosmic typewriter thing, and then yeah, he's just like, oh, this is what happens, and he fixes it basically, and they win, and then Eternity and DC's version are done banging, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna do this again, and then he gets raided. And fun fact though, since you've never read DC versus Marvel, have you?
No.
Okay, so the whole thing is there's a blue giant guy and a red giant guy, and they're fighting each other. Okay, they got swords, and it's just like, yeah, they're one's DC, one's Marvel. So on the thing, a red helmet and a blue helmet. They were the guys. They were supposed to be brothers though, so that's a bit weird.
Allegedly.
Yeah. maybe they're just dressed up like it this time. So yeah, what'd you think of the first the Batman Deadpool combo this time with Dan Moore's art?
Just this part I liked better than the first one.
Yeah, same here. I thought this was better. I will say I don't really quite get what Dan Moore is doing. Maybe because I haven't read enough Cassandra Nova. Old and creepy, young hotness.
Hmm. Most of what I know about her is from the Deadpool 3 movie.
Same here.
So,
All right, but next up, it's John Constantine, Hellblazer, and Doctor Strange. A Magician Walks into a Universe by James Tynion, Joshua Williamson, and Scott Snyder. Well, I bet this one's gonna fucking suck. And Hayden Sherman on the art. I don't love the art, but at the same time, like really for a good like an artist to do well with Doctor Strange, especially help John Constantine's a little bit different, but with Doctor Strange especially, it's like you have to just be kind of creative with the way you're doing things, and they do a great job of that with the panels and all that stuff. Constantine's a dick, and he's trying to trick Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is better at his job than that, so it doesn't really work. And he still, tries to steal the eye, and they kind of become one for a little bit. Really cool panel work here, like I was mentioning.
hmm.
And there's a little bit of will they won't they? They're talking about the magic, and at the end he was like, "Oh, you want to come back to my universe?" And
Dude,
he's
with
like,
how
"Hmm,
many guys are writing that, they have to do more.
oh yeah." And then, Doctor Strange's like, perhaps. And so they banged afterwards. Claire is very upset, probably. Maybe she's into it, who knows? Um, maybe she's the female version of a cuck, whatever that is. I don't know. But I liked it. This is probably my favorite of the stories. It was just, really good.
Yeah, it was up there for me too. I liked it a lot. And I do, I mean, you already know I like Hayden Sherman. He
Yeah.
did two books that I really like, so
Yeah.
it was good enough for those two characters.
And then, oh, also, background story in this is Ghost Rider fighting Swamp Thing. And I'm just sitting there going, why couldn't this have been a story instead of Harley Quinn and the Hulk? But whatever. Um, Next up, it's Nightwing and Laura Kinney Wolverine by Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo on the art. This is really good. I don't like to, compliment Tom Taylor too often, but this
Yeah,
was a good one.
it
It,
definitely was.
that's like it's these two characters I personally for me I'm like I didn't really think they'd have too much in common, but then as you're reading it and they both felt in character too. It wasn't like Tom was trying to force it. It's like no, they are a lot more alike than I gave first thought, and it was pretty fun. And the one thing I didn't like is like uh Killer Croc shows up and like Laura's got adamantium. Killer Croc has Croc skin. It's what are we doing here, guys? Come on.
Yeah,
Because I mean, like Nightwing does say, like she's trying not to kill, do lethal blows and all of that stuff, but it's still like it's looking like it's just hitting them. It's not, actually cutting them. So I'm like, come on.
yeah.
But then yeah, we got the Jonathan the bad or the Wolverine, which I was like, that's fun. And then like Wolverine then or Nightwing and Gabby are talking with sharing pet time, which was pretty funny too. And then Wolverine and Nightwing are just, having a nice view, and this would be an awesome, awesome print
Oh,
to get. Like
dude, I
that's
know.
great.
And what does that speech bubble say? Because I remember liking it.
Living up to the best there is at what they do. Because
Yeah,
the other part's like, and there are a few people who understand what it's like.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought that was really good. People speak very highly of Tom Taylor's X-23 run. I've never read it, but it's like clearly he loves those two
Yeah.
characters.
Like what I read of it, because I don't think I started it. I don't think so. But I enjoyed it the whole time.
Hmm.
And the next up, and this one I shit on it right away just for fun, but it's not terrible. But it's a Harley and Hulk's Amazing Saturday by friend of the podcast, Furiko Tamaki and Amanda Connor on the art. Yeah, I mean it's like, oh, there's a rat robot thing and Harley Quinn's being zany. and there's hot dog monsters. It's dumb, but it's also like 3 pages, so it's like being mad about that is, whatever. It's pretty stupid. It's dumb that they
Yeah.
put it in there, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then Willow Wilson and Denise Cowan does a new friend in old places. This is the Static and Ms. Marvel book. They basically are both like around, around the shows them like they're the way they are around their parents. And there's one part which like I don't know what this dish is. It's supposed to be Kamala's favorite, but it's like I made your favorite dessert, kheer with extra raisins. That's no one's favorite dessert. As soon as you say extra raisins, it's like, oh, you know what would make this dessert good? More raisins. Like, get out of here, mom. It's like I would also be like, I gotta go fight crime. Sorry. Gonna miss this. So yeah, they both go to fight this monster. And I love Cowan's art, but like, what are we doing? What are we
Yeah.
doing?
That's
That's
not that
rough.
part's not good. The rest of
It,
it was though.
yeah, the rest of it was. It just looks like Danny DeVito as one of the white chicks is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, for sure.
And so yeah, they kind of team up to fight this thing. First, they don't really like each other, but then they're like, "Oh yeah, we could just team up. It'd be a lot better." And they're like, she's like, "Oh yeah, that would be a good idea." And they just do, it, and they're like, maybe we could be friends," because they're both like lamenting not having they've lost friends or whatever.
Hmm.
So yeah, this is good. It's a fun crossover. I hope we get more. Which it's like it sounds like they're making lots of money on this, so it'd be
Yep.
weird if we didn't.
Yep, for sure.
Probably an 8.5.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So what are you excited about, man?
I'm gonna go with DCKO for sure. Batman, Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia. I'm really excited for that one actually. And then let's go Infernal Hulk.
Dude, this is weird. I didn't get the early email this week, or if I did, I did not see it at all. So I
Hmm,
apologize.
that's okay.
Because I'm seeing it now. I'm like, I don't think I ever texted you what I wanted this week.
No biggie.
Um, so yeah, I mean, like we got a lot of the same ones as far as our PX. I'll try to do some that you didn't. We'll go with friend of the podcast, Orla,
Mhm.
issue 4. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2, issue 5. And
Daredevil Punisher.
I don't know if I'm gonna read that or not, since I'm
Hmm.
just now seeing it.
Okay.
Because that's like their Black Label type book, right? It's not gonna be in the main continuity.
Oh, I don't know. I just think isn't Jimmy right in that one?
Ooh, yeah, I might check that one out. Well, I'm just gonna say though, because the Batman Green Arrow question Arcadia, because I love the question. So I think I had a okay, I think I had one Fantastic Four. Okay, I was gonna do this, but then I remember Thanksgiving's this week, so we'll do this one, the one I have written down next week. But Thanksgiving is this week. 4 things comic book related you're thankful for, because I think we do this every year.
Yeah. Well, this year I'll say the New Gods comic.
There you go.
That's been something to be thankful for. Um, hmm. I'll say Marvel and DC working together again.
Hell yeah, friendship, man.
Friendship, it always prevails. Um, you can name one or two, man.
I'm loving that all the weird shit Godzilla's getting up to in comics. Because, like, boy, it was dry times for a while. Now we're like, they're gonna fight aliens, and then the other superheroes in DC and in Marvel. He's got double crossover duty right now. Plus that Thor Godzilla book, which will be one of my like picks of the year for
Plus
sure.
Turtles and Power Rangers,
Yeah,
right?
Turtles. Power Rangers wasn't this year, but yeah, I mean all of that. So that's for sure. Nova getting a book again because we haven't seen that old boy in a while.
Mm-hmm. I'll say just in general, DC doing mini series for kind of obscure characters.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
cool.
something that's something that Marvel should do too, because it's just like just go to your writers that you trust. Like you can't do it for all of them, but like, go to your writers that you trust and be like, hey, what do you want to write? And if they say, you know, fucking the Glob, let them write Glob. Who cares?
Agreed.
I'm gonna say Joshua Williamson just kind of like, even though I don't think he's ever gonna be able to do an indie book again, just writing like 80% of DC Comics right now because he's just doing a great job.
Mhm.
And then lastly, Bendez coming back. That's my other thing I'm thankful for. I'm joking. I just like to be a dick. I'm gonna say Dan Mora's art because he just does such a good job, and he deserves the best.
I'll say for my last one, Matt Fraction back on Batman.
Yeah,
Not back on, back at DC on Batman.
yeah. So yeah, that's what we're thankful for. Let us know down below, guys. What are you thankful for? Is it this podcast? Because guess what? We're thankful for you.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Um, we'd love to stay in chat, but 6-7. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/Two Worlds Podcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.